welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Sarika. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. We are almost at 2K, so let's keep it going. It has been a while, but it will all make sense when I explain in this video. I also look very strange because I'm wearing my outfit under this because I'm gonna put my makeup on and I don't want my outfit to get ruined. Anyway, so as you can tell by the title of the video, your girl is engaged. Very exciting. So today I'm actually getting ready to go take some photos. It's not like an engagement shoot, but like when we got engaged there wasn't a photographer, so we're just gonna go take some photos. I guess it's like not really a proposal recreation, but we're just taking photos. So I'm gonna get ready for that. So I thought I would keep you here and I'll get ready with you. I'm actually gonna take the ring off though for this because I don't want it to get like gross from the makeup. Yeah, so I will just show you the ring a little bit up close. She's very pretty. We got engaged 3 weeks ago, but the reason why it took so long to film this video is because I wanted to do like a story time, but it obviously wouldn't make sense to do the story time before we take our photos. And I had to get the ring resized and it took 3 weeks to get her back. 3 weeks. So literally we got engaged like Saturday. Sunday we gave the ring to get resized and I just got it yesterday. So it's been literally 3 weeks without her, but now she fits. Not like wobbling around. She was wobbling around, now she stays. So just to give you like, I guess, background on the ring, what it is. So it's a lab-grown diamond, oval shape obviously. I only would do oval or like emerald, like the kind of rectangular one. Those are the only shapes I would do for my ring. And there's no hidden halo. It is a pave band silver. And I think it's 2.11 carats. So yeah, pretty nice ring. So just to give you some context about like marriage, also I look so ridiculous, I can't. Basically growing up, I know that a lot of girls, you know, kind of imagine getting married, and honestly, I didn't really. My parents weren't married and they were broken up by the time I was like, I want to say 3. So I don't really remember them ever really being together. And then also a lot of my friends growing up didn't have parents who were married either. For me, it wasn't really the norm. So like I didn't really consider marriage to be the end all be all for me. I was like, well, you know what? If it happens, it happens, cool. And if it doesn't happen, I'm okay with that. So I like hoped I would get, and sorry I have to look in this because I am doing my makeup in my camera. Yeah, so I hoped that I would get married to Kamara. That is something that's always been in my mind, you know, very soon after we started dating actually. So I, you know, as the time went by, I was like, child, you taking long. Anyway, but he's, you know, we've had multiple conversations and I think that's key. You want to have conversation with your partner before you get engaged because you want to make sure like you're on the same page. Like how sucky would it be if you wanted to get married and your partner did not? You want to have things in place before you get engaged, right? You want to talk about finances, you want to talk about kids, like all of that stuff. So we had obviously spent a lot of time of our lives, like most of our adult life we were together actually, because we started dating when I was 21. Yeah. Yeah, so we've been together for a long time, right? And I thought that I would just know, like, you can't really get a lot past me. I was convinced that I would know like when it was happening. So I did not know. I was totally shocked. Like I was no idea. So I will just start from the very beginning. So obviously I told you that we got engaged 3 weeks ago. So we actually got engaged November 4th. Kamara's birthday is November 6th. So that weekend, so we got engaged on a Saturday. That weekend was the weekend right before Kamar's birthday, and I'm a huge planner, so I was like, okay, like weeks before this, what would you like to do for your birthday? And he said absolutely nothing, and he was adamant that he wanted to do nothing. You know how some men just like don't ever want to celebrate their birthday? That's him every year. It's like a fight for me to be like, you celebrating your birthday, child? This year he was like, no, I don't want to do anything. I don't want to leave the house. I want to just stay at home. I want to do nothing. Okay? So in my head, I was like, like, you don't want to do nothing. So I literally just, in my head, planned like, okay, like I'm gonna at least buy him dinner, order it to the house, because he doesn't want to go anywhere. So I'll order it to the house and that'll be it. Then on the Monday before this weekend, so like if it was November 4th, this would have been like maybe November 1st, like the day after Halloween, or October 31st. He was like, don't plan anything for November 4th. Like he said, don't plan anything for a Saturday. I want to take you and Loki somewhere. Cool. In my head, I was like, what? I thought you didn't want to do anything for your birthday. And he's like, no, I want to actually do this. Like, and he didn't tell me what it was. So I was like, okay. And I was like, what are we doing? And he's like, it's a surprise. Some of you listening to this story might be like, well, obviously he was gonna propose. But listen, like if you know Kamar, you know like why like that would have not even been on my mind. Because I just feel like I would have known. Like I would have just known what's going on. So I could just be like, this is the day. That's how I thought it was gonna happen. Like I just knew, I just felt like I would know when it was gonna happen. So literally did not even cross my mind that that was what was to come. In my head, I was just like, I will not book anything. Like at least he wants to do something kind of weird, but okay. Then eventually he told me like what he wanted to do was to go to the Royal Botanical Gardens in Burlington, Ontario. He had gone a couple of weeks ago with his friends. And so he was like, yeah, I want to do that because I feel Loki will like it. And I want to take Loki somewhere nice. So if you know me, I love my dog. I'm a sucker for my dog. So if you tell me, oh, Loki's gonna have a great day, he's gonna love walking around in this park, you got me sold there. Then that morning I went to get my lashes done, so November 4th. And I'm gonna put dates at the bottom because I don't know if I'm telling this in a confusing way. So November 4th, the morning, I went to do my lashes with Honest Beauty Bar. That's, you know, where I go. And she's also my very good friend, like my very, very good friend. And she was going out that day and she wanted to fix her nail. I also broke my nail the night before, which is, I found out later Kamar was really sad because he knows I would want my nails done, right? If I'm getting engaged. Anyway, so she goes like, do you want to come with me to the nail salon while I get this nail fixed? And I was like, oh, well, you know, Kamar wants to go somewhere for his birthday, so let me just check with the timing. He was like, yeah, that's cool. So I went to the nail salon that morning to try, and then she was like, you know what, in the spirit of gratitude, I will pay for your nail to get fixed, the one that's broken, right? But the way it broke, like it broke, sorry, my nails right now have makeup on it. It broke like here, and it was like, you know, when it breaks at the skin and you have to like peel your skin off to get the nail off, that's where it broke. So it was bleeding in the nail salon, and the nail tech was like, no, like we're not gonna put another nail on that because honestly it will get infected. Cool. So again, I had no clue what was coming. She knew it was coming. She knew I was gonna get proposed to that day, so she was trying to like send like, try to show the nail tech like text messages being like, hey, she's getting engaged today, can you try and fix the nail? But the nail tech was like adamant that no, like we can't fix the nail. Cool, so I'll show a picture of my nail, what it looked like. Yeah, it was pretty gnarly. Like, I understand why they could not put a nail on top of that. So anyway, she tried to get my nail fixed, wasn't gonna happen. So later on, I, you know, meet up with Kamar, and we're with Loki, and we go to the Royal Botanical Gardens. It's a little bit chilly, but I'm okay. Like, we're wearing, you know, or whatever, some like fall gear, so it's not too bad. So the way that the Royal Botanical Garden is set up, there are 2 gardens. Okay, so we started with the first garden, and you have to have, like, you pay once and that ticket can get you to both gardens. So we went to the first garden, and I love fall. It is my favorite time of year. So if you know me, you know I'm obsessed with fall. But, so I was just taking my pictures. I was taking so many pictures. I was taking pictures of the trees. I was taking pictures of Loki. I was taking pictures of Kamar and Loki. A picture of me and Loki. Like, child, I was taking so many pictures. And it's really funny, like, before this happened, I posted this story on Instagram, and I'll show it to you. It was a picture of Kamar and Loki, and I took it, a picture of them, and then I said, like, these are a few of my favorite things, because it was like them walking, and you can see that, you know, it's fall in the background, and as I said, I'm obsessed with fall. If you know, you know. So I posted that, not knowing what was coming, right? Then Kamar, like, is like, oh my gosh, I lost the tickets. And this actually happened. He actually lost the tickets. In my head, I'm like, okay. Okay. Anyway, so he's like panicking. Like, he's like, I can't find the tickets. We can't go. What we're gonna do? So I'm like, in my head, I was like, I don't know why this man is so. Because I was like, we can just leave. Like, we don't need to go to the other gardens. I figured it's gonna look the exact same as this one, right? So like, why do we need to go? It's his birthday weekend, and he seemed distraught about this. So I was like, I'm sure if we go to the front and explain what happens, they'll just give us like free tickets. So we did. We went to the front, we explained what happened, and they actually gave us like, they just reprinted some tickets and said, sure, here you go. So we went to the other garden, and it was very pretty. It had like little music playing. It was way more of a like, so the other one was very much like trails, but this one was very much like, it was giving like, I don't know, like it was giving romance, more romance, okay? Like, obviously still had no idea what the heck was going on. I walked Loki when we were in the other park. So I gave Kamar Loki's leash, and I was like, okay, you're gonna be on Loki duty while we are in this park. And there were a few like steps that you had to climb down, and they were much steeper than the other park. And so I noticed Kamar kept checking his phone, and I'm like, Cam, you have to pay attention if you're gonna walk Loki down these steps, to make sure you're watching him and giving him enough leash so he's not like running too fast and doesn't have enough slack on his leash as he's running. And then I was like, just give me the leash, I'll do it. Then we were walking with Lokes, and Kamar's like, oh, I'm really tired, can we stop right here? So we sit on this bench, and it's been like 3 minutes, and Loki starts crying because he's like, why are we stopping? Like, I want to keep walking. So I'm like, Cam, he clearly is bored, like, let's keep going. So Kamar explained what was happening in that moment after, obviously. So there's this like section of the waterfall, and I'll show you the clip. Just kind of video. Ready? There's like a section with the waterfall, and there were other people there, and that's where he wanted to do his proposal. There were other people there, so he had to like find a way to stall us getting to that point, and that's why he was like, I'm tired, let's sit. So we finally, after we got up, we finally got to that like waterfall section, and I had been saying like I want like a selfie with me, Kamar, and Loki. And so I had been saying that, and I was like, oh, Cam, we forgot to take the selfie, let's go take it right here. And I was putting the stuff down, and then Kamar held my hand and like walked me over to the waterfall, and in my head is like, what is going on? It was two things. Immediately I knew once he held my hand and looked in my face, it was a very serious look. It was like, and I was like, oh, I know it's coming. But simultaneously I was like, what is happening? He took me to the waterfall area, and he said his speech. And honestly, I am so serious about this. I feel like I blacked out in that moment. Like literally all I heard was like, you know, like what I would really want for my birthday or something like that. That's like all I heard. And then I kind of like, not actually blacked out, but it's like I was in shock. So I don't even remember most of the speech, to be honest with you. Yeah, then he got down on one knee and he asked me to marry him. And I obviously said yes. And so that is the story of how we got engaged. And like after I said yes, I hugged him and I just started bawling into his shirt, because it's like all the emotions that I was holding in from the moment he held my hand and walked me up to the waterfall finally was released, and I was bawling. And the first person I called was my mama, and I found out that Kamar had like asked both my parents for permission. That was one of the requirements that I had for, you know, whenever he decided it was time for us to take that step, I wanted him to include my parents. They're a very important part of my life. And so yeah, so my mom obviously knew when I called her what was going on. Yeah, so she was the first person I told, and then I tried calling my dad. He didn't pick up. It's very classic. And then yeah, he had a whole group chat where he was planning all of this for months, and they were all happy too. So that's kind of the story. So that's the story of how we got engaged, and it has been awesome. And now we're gonna do wedding planning and all of that, and I'm just excited but nervous all at the same time. So I'm gonna put my wig on, come back, show you the final look. Yeah. Okay, so I put the wig on. We're wearing her today. So my outfit is from Meshiki. It's like this two-piece set. It's just brown, and I was gonna like, so we've been trying to do this recreation thing, and sorry, my bathroom is a mess right now, but that's because I just got ready. We're trying to do this recreation thing. Yeah, so I feel like I look cute. Hopefully the pictures come out nice. If not, mind your business. But yeah, so I'm thrilled to be engaged and getting married to the person, the love of my life, my soulmate, everything. So I'm excited for that. I'm excited for these pictures too. We have been trying to get these pictures for 3 weeks. 3 weeks. But obviously we had to wait for the ring, and yeah. Sorry, I'm touching my hair because it's not giving exactly what I want it to give, but I love it anyway. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and share any wedding planning tips that you have, any marriage tips, anything in the comments, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.